Late last week, the United States Supreme Court made a decision to hear a case that could absolutely strip the Environmental Protection Agency of what little power the organization has left. Specifically, the Supreme Court has agreed to take up a case brought by Republican legislatures and, of course, coal companies, arguing that the EPA has essentially overstepped its limits with what kind of pollution it can regulate via the Clean Air Act. Specifically, these Republicans and the fossil fuel industries who filed this lawsuit don't want certain pollutants to be regulated by the EPA because they claim this is a violation of interstate commerce. They're trying to use the Commerce Clause against us, saying that you can't regulate it here because we also send energy over to the state next door. We're sending it out to multiple states. And by regulating this, you are thereby affecting interstate commerce, which is something you're constitutionally not allowed to do. The problem with this is that that's not a horrible legal argument. You know, the ramifications for the United States, for the people who are going to die because of the increased pollution. The EPA already estimated that after repealing the Obama Clean Energy Act, you were going to have 3,400 people extra per year die from increased pollution. But the legal argument is relatively strong. They make a good point. And that's the worst part of all of this. And of course, we have a 6-3 conservative Supreme Court. I have very little doubt which direction these individuals are going to go on this issue. So if that happens, if all of the horrible steps along the way get fulfilled, the EPA will lose its most important power, which is to protect United States citizens from pollution, especially what's coming from these coal-fired power plants. And the coal industry is the one who joined in with Republicans to file the lawsuit in the first place. Coal is a dying industry. Gutting the EPA is not going to solve the coal industry's problems. But what it will do, as I already pointed out, is kill more people. 3,400 people per year is the estimate from the EPA itself. And that, by the way, was from Donald Trump's Republican lobbyist-controlled EPA. Even they said, we do this, which they did, we're going to kill 3,400 people per year. And that's where we're headed. And if the EPA loses this power to regulate certain pollutants, we can probably look forward to more than 3,400 people a year going to an early grave because of this corporate pollution that is now officially, because of this lawsuit, brought to you not just by the fossil fuel industry, but by the Republican Party itself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.